With that, I'm going to bring up Samir.
Freeze!
Hey, I just want to thank Russell and everybody from the Union Committee for a fabulous job. Let's give them a big round of applause. It's been a great night. I was talking to Phoebe, I wish we had all-nighters last night and tonight so that we could actually catch up. There's too many wonderful people here that I would love to spend hours with. I actually prepared a speech because it's going to be hard to say. Oh boy, okay. These are some pictures that I was trying to find. It took me months. When Sabur passed away in January, I really didn't know if I had the pictures. But I have some pictures from our 15-year reunion that was here 10 years ago. And then pictures from my wedding, where I had Sabur speak, and then our graduation. Luckily, my mom found some pictures that was digitized, so it's really, there's a few of you here that you'll see over and over that have a slideshow on. But I really just want to say it's great to see everybody. I know I haven't had a chance to talk to everybody, but I'm just so thrilled to see everybody here after 25 years. It's just really, really bittersweet for Sonal and me and Walter and Natalie and those of us in Sabur. We were really, whenever I come, I look forward to being with Sabur and Nazi at these reunions and at UCLA events, and it's just not the case this year. I hadn't kept in touch for the last few years at Sabur, which I feel really bad about because we got busy with our kids and going to college and families and everything like that. But whenever I see Sabur and I see Nazi, it's like back in 1990, 91, 92. I've known Sabur and Nazi since for 27 years, and we've been really good friends. For all those years. It's just really hard for me to know that he's been gone for 4 months, and I still think he's here sitting at our table, making a snide remark or cracking one of his sarcastic jokes, which we love. I am really happy that Nazi and his son, by the way, was a great tennis player. He's like me, he's a lefty, so I know he's going to be a great tennis player. We were really thrilled that they wanted to be here to be around all of Sabur's classmates and friends. I think it's a really nice thing for Nazi right now. What can't imagine going through what she's going through. We've been spending the weekend with them at their house with Walter, and a few of us came. Jasmine and Jim and Russell, a few of us went there last night, and it's amazing because it's been 25 years. They've lived in Westwood for 25 years, if you can believe it. Talk about allegiance to UCLA. I don't know of anybody who's a bigger Room fan than Sabur Nazi and their family. When I first came out here, I didn't know who I was going to room with, and I ended up with this guy named Andy Flessel. this healthy guy from Palo Alto, couldn't stand Southern California. I couldn't wait to be in Southern California. He's like, oh, I'm in LA. Right? That's like Andy. It's like, come on, we're fun. Of course, we all know Andy was on Love Connection. I really wanted him here to rub it in, but he didn't want to come because I think he knew I'd say something about him. I took pictures from the wedding from Andy. But we were rooming on Wellworth Avenue, right near the veteran, right off the building, right by Veteran Avenue. And I met Sabur pretty soon after we started in 1990. I was escaping from New York, the cold, wanted to get away, and really got to be great friends with Sabur right from the early get-go, Andy and I. I want this to be more of a celebration, not sad. So I'm going to try to think about, share some memories that would bring a smile to your face. So he made those 2 years the 2 best years of my life up to that point. Because I hadn't found, the love of my life like Sabur had. I was, God knows what I was doing. I was a mess. 27, I didn't know what I was doing. But UCLA was the most fun. because I had no fun as an undergrad. I worked my butt off, and I don't want to think about it, but UCLA was about being on the beach, and then I see the Rileys and all the other couples that, you know, got together here. It was great, you know, right, Kevin? It was fabulous. It was fabulous. Cheers. So I made my escape here to Westwood, and with Andy, we were on Wellworth, and that's where we met Sabur and Nazi. Sabur's already married to the love of his life, Nazi. I can't think of any couple that is more perfect than that, which is terrible when you're married. Because when you have friends that are that perfect, you're never going to live up to those standards. Luckily, my wife Saul and Nazi are wonderful friends, so that helps a lot. Saves my bottle up too. But you know, we got to be really good friends. Now we had a few things in common. We both come from New York. We both love sports. We became huge Bruins fans. Ironically, my best friends from college who went to Tufts and became a doctor, his wife had gone to Williams College with Sabur, which is, you know, obviously one of the best schools in the country out in Western Massachusetts. And so I said, oh wow, I get to know Sabur, you know, through my friend's wife, and that was great. But we were opposites in so many ways. Let me list them, which is kind of sad. So first of all, he was married, happily married, knew he was going to be with, you know, somebody for the rest of his life. I couldn't even imagine who I was going to meet for 2 months or a week. So I was definitely not in that list. He was always perfectly dressed, perfect hair. I mean, he could have been a model. Probably was a model. And I was the worst dresser ever. I think my wife buys all my clothes still today.
Yeah, you still. Yeah.
I can't dress for life again. I was a mess. He was a finance whiz, saved me many times in school. I was just a complete tech geek. You know, I love to be with our Bay Area tech geeks who are here, still in tech. And you know, I was Indian, he was Pakistani, we probably weren't supposed to be getting along, right? He came from this celebrated Pakistani famous family. You know, I was from just a regular family, you know, looking to come to this country, you know. And I did. I came when I was 6 from India. So we weren't supposed to be together, but we got being really good friends. He was very confident, very mature. For his age, I was just like a kid in a candy store. I wanted to go, well, where's Todd? And, you know, I don't know who was with, but Andy, you know, Bruce, all those guys. He was funny. He had this amazing wit, truly charming. I was an idiot. I taught 2 sentences of English together. So you get the idea. We were not quite very similar. So I think he took a little pity on me, but we've had a great friendship for 27 years. I used to drag Sabur to a lot of things I think Sabur really, Nazi hated for taking away from her. But we'd go to obviously the beer bus Thursday nights. Thank you, Russell. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, everybody, for having the beer bus last night. Wasn't that great? It was amazing. We should have had sleeping bags and just slept there. Oh my God, it was like paradise. We just needed kegs. Where was Sam? Sam, bring the kegs. And Sammy from Finland, bring the vodka, and we would have been set. That was great. Of course, the infamous Beverly Hills parties. I was with Walter. What was the address of that house? What was the address?
Roxbury, Red Falls, something like that.
Roxbury?
Roxbury.
I couldn't remember that. But I remember dragging him there a lot. We had lots of lunches in Laval that we want to forget. Studying the library, International Business Club meetings, Asian management meetings. I don't know why I came to those. And of course the games. We had a great time going to basketball. Of course, women's volleyball was my favorite team. And football, the Rose Bowl. How could we beat the Rose Bowl, right? The Bruins were just great at that time. But more than anything, I'm going to be truly grateful for Sabur saving me in Professor Cochran's class. Because I don't know why I took it. There was a rite of passage for those of us, and I think Natalie was in our group, and that terror look when you get called from Professor Cochran this summer. We all remember, I think so, Chris and I were just talking about that, like, please don't call on me here. I was like, oh no. So he just saved me. I was not a finance guy. I didn't know my accounts payable from my accounts receivable. I don't know what I learned, but I remembered a few words. But he was great. We would study in their apartment, well worth. Nazi would cook us dinner. I don't know how many late nights we had. And we got through it. I really, really thank him for that. That was really, really amazing. So after we graduated, I moved to the Bay Area, and he's been in LA and Westwood the whole time. Our kids are almost the same age, so Daniel's here, he's in high school. His older daughter Natasha's a freshman at George Washington, so we had a lot of things in common, so our kids are very, very similar the same age. He came to our wedding, of course, I had him speak, and he was obviously the star of the night, you know, with his eloquence and his words of wisdom. And then it was really nice when Nazi would come, because her mom lived up in the Bay Area, so we get together with Natalie and John Knightley and Bruce Saldinger and those of us that, you know, really knew him well. Then Sol and I moved down here in Orange County to Laguna Niguel, and you know, we see them in Westwood. I wish we'd seen them more, but Sabur was great. I'd love to come up here for, you know, these events, go to the Chancellor dinner. We'd go see Bill Gross or Larry Fink, you know, those kind of folks, and it was really great. And seeing them at the reunions, it was always a great time. He was also really a generous donor to the school. I think that was really terrific, and he had a great, wonderful career. I remember Sun America, and of course for Peyton Rydell, working for Joan, and there were so many people at the memorial I can't even fathom. He was really, really had a wonderful career. And the funniest thing I remember was, even though I didn't see him, I don't know if we would see him on TV. So he was on the Peyton and Rydell commercials on CNBC. And I would say, look, Sol, there's Sabur, you know? So I'd give him a hard time, say, now you're a TV celebrity, huh? You know, how are you? And then he was just talking the talk, you know, bond funds, investing, and just really, really fantastic to see him on TV as well. But really more than anything, he was very, very special to me. More than a friend, he was like a brother to me. I actually don't know why he was so close to me, because he had all these traits that I didn't have. So I probably want to be like him, you know, the brother you want to be like. I really think that's true. But every day with him, no matter how stressful the classes were, or, you know, somebody broke up with somebody, or whatever was happening around us, it was a great day to be around him, no matter what we were going through. Sol and I love to be with Sabur and Nazi whenever we get the chance. I wish we could be with them more. They're just the perfect family. And I just really want to say, Sabur, may you rest in peace until we meet you again. So with that, I want to turn to Natalie.